Okay, boys and girls, we're going to continue, please. We're going to do, it's your 7th week at home. Sharon Wells, this is just week 4, basic facts 3, please. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to be rounding and finding products and quotients. And this is why I keep reminding you about the vocabulary words, boys and girls. You need to know what these words mean. Okay, I'm going to do a few with you, and then I'm going to let you loose. All right, number 1. You're going to round 27 to the nearest 10, and then multiply the rounded number by 6 to find the product. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so 27 to the nearest 10, we're going to round, we're going to estimate. So 27 to the nearest 10. So our victim is the 2. Who's the bully? The 7. Do you remember what we say, boys and girls? What we say? We say 5 and up, which is your 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You bump it up. 5 and up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You bump it up. But then, if it's 4 or less, you're going to let it rest. 4 or less. If it's 4, 3, 2, 1, or the 0, you're going to let it rest. Remember, boys and girls, if they're big bullies, you're going to bump it up. If they're the wimpy bullies, you're going to let it rest. All right, boys and girls. So the 7 is the one doing the pushing. That's the bully. Is that a big one? Yes, that's a big one. So it's going to hurt. So the 2 becomes a 3, and the bully becomes a 0. So now we already did that one. Now we're going to do the next step, which is multiply the rounded number by 6 and define your product. Remember, boys and girls, when you multiply, your answer is the product. So you need to know those words, boys and girls. So we pop over the 0, and 6 times 3 is 18, so 180 is our product. Okay? All right, I'm going to do a couple more. I'll help you with number 2. We're still rounding, boys and girls. Round the 55 to the nearest 10, but now we're going to divide by 2 to find the quotient. Remember, boys and girls, quotient is the number your answer when you divide. All right, but let's round first to the nearest 10. All right, the number was 55. Nearest 10, that's our victim. The bully is the 5. He's the one doing the pushing. 5 and up, boys and girls, 5 and up. So it's a big one. So the 5 becomes a 6, and the bully is a big fat 0. Now we're going to divide this number by 2. Okay, write it a little bit lower. Yes, we're dividing, but I'd rather multiply. But boys and girls, this is still the same strategy about popping over the 0. So we pop up the 0, and now we're just left with 2 times what gives you 6. 3, boys and girls. So we pop over the 0, 2 times 3 is 6, 60. Your quotient is 30. Okay. Let me see, boys and girls, if there's something that's different. Just rounding to the nearest 10, and you're just going to divide or multiply. They're all the same, boys and girls. But I'll help you with one more divide. Okay, I'll help you with number 3. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to round 54 to the nearest 10, and now you're going to divide the number by 5 to find the quotient. Remember, when you divide, boys and girls, the answer is quotient. All right, but let's round first. So the number is 54 to the nearest 10. So the 5 is the victim, the 4 is the bully, as the one doing the pushing. Remember we say, guys, 5 and up, we're going to bump it up. 4 or less, let it rest. It's a 4, boys and girls, so it's a wimpy one. So he's going to let you rest. So you The victim stays a 5, but the bully still becomes a 0, boys and girls. All right, now we're going to divide by 5. And again, it's just still with the trailing zeros, boys and girls. This is the pop over the strategy 0. So the 0 gets popped up. As we're dividing, I rather multiply. It's not 5 times 5, boys and girls. It's 5 times what gives you 5? And we said 1. Good job. 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to let you loose. Please do the rest and please submit. Thank you, boys and girls.